I realised I haven't done a video in Uzbekistan yet, so I guess this is it. It's early morning, 6:10. Woke up at 5, having slept on a roadside restaurant, just in one of the like beds slash tables setups that they have, and I'm on my way to Samarkand. So today should mark the final day of part 1 of the trip, which is exciting, but strange at the same time. So I've got one more sort of mountainy, hilly bit, and then should get there sometime later today. Thought I'd just find a little quiet spot in the park just to sort of reflect, I guess. I haven't really done much of this sort of stuff. I did a quick one yesterday morning, didn't I? Yeah. But I don't know, it was quite rushed. I guess because I knew I was getting towards the end of part 1. I was just, got up super early and just cracked on to get there. And I'm here now, and it was pretty special getting to Registan Square, because I was looking at it on the map and where it was, and I was like, right, I've got to go left here, right here, sort of thing. And I was cycling along, and then all of a sudden it was there. Yeah, because there's this like viewing platform for it. And it just popped up, and because in my head I was like, oh, I'll finish at the square. That's quite a sort of a cool way to end the day, I guess. But I guess it's the idea of I've cycled all this way, from China, from Beijing, and I thought how different what I was looking at in the square to what I'd been through in China and Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. So it's pretty special, and it's something that still I can't quite get my head around, and I'm not sure how I've done it, almost. China feels so long ago. It's been hard, it's been tough, and I wouldn't say I've enjoyed it, which I think it's probably quite a strange thing to say, and I think I mentioned that when I was in Osh, but it's definitely been worth it, and I'm glad I've done it. And today was just trying to get a box for the bike so I can get on the plane with it. That was a bit of an ordeal. Finally found one, which is a little bit battered, but it'll have to do. Got the box, started putting the bike in it, and just the pedals, because I can't take them off. They're just impossible to take off. So I had to put the bike back together. Yeah, I had to unpack it all, put the bike back together, cycle to the bike shop just to get the pedals taken off. And it's just annoying. I'm not gonna miss stuff like that. That's a pain in the ass. It just feels like there's something like that every day, and it gets tiring. Hopefully see Dad tomorrow. He comes out to visit, which will be cool. It'll be nice to see him. Good to see a friendly face. And then I haven't booked a flight yet, because obviously I needed to find out if my bike fitted in a box or anything in case I had to move back to Tashkent. Hopefully now the pedals are off, I can pack up the bike and then get on a flight to Turkey and then do it all over again. It's weird on these rest days where yes, I'm resting and I get to see things and I get to chill out, but then there'll be moments where I'm like, well, I want to get back on the bike now. After you spend day after day and hour after hour just being like, oh, I want this to end. Yeah, it's weird. You almost get used to it. And you almost get lost without it. So I'm at my hotel. Booked my flights to Turkey. Head off first thing tomorrow morning. My flight's at 5:30 in the morning. So I'll have to leave here at about 1ish. The guys at the front desk didn't fill me with too much confidence in organising a taxi for me to get to the airport, so that's gonna be an interesting one. Time in Samarkand's coming to an end. My dad came to visit, which was just, morale instantly went up, and I got a bit emotional because it's, I actually get to see someone who I know, and who I can actually have a proper conversation with. So yeah, I welled up a bit when I walked across. I met at Registan Square, which was, it was a cool moment. And yeah, he arrived Friday evening, caught up. Saturday we sort of chilled out, but saw a few things, watched the football in the evening, and then he left early this morning. So today I've just sort of I've just chilled out really. Started another book, having finished Shantaram, which was, I don't think I ever mentioned that. That was the book I've been reading this whole time since the start of China. And I finally finished it when I got here, and it was brilliant book, such a good book. We'd recommend it. Spoke to Mum this afternoon, and again I just burst into tears because I'm not too sure. I can't really put my finger on why, but I suppose now I've had a number of days off cycling, I can really reflect on what I've done and how far I've come and how tough it's been, really. I've been alone for so long now, having spoken to Dad and then speaking to Mum on the phone today. I suppose it was just a release of emotion that was just built up. It's been tough to get to this point, and I've probably made it tough on myself based on the type of riding that I've done, But I told my dad this is my way of doing it, I think. Yeah, other people do it different ways, maybe take it more leisurely, or maybe even go even faster and harder, but this is the way that I've done it, and I think it's the right way for me. I don't see it changing, I don't think, once I get to Turkey. had a moment just now. Went to Registan Square for the final time just to have a think about everything that's happened, and all those... I thought of all the low moments, really. All the times where you question what you're doing, and because ultimately I'm in control of what I do. It's up to me where I go and how fast I go, and all these things. And yet sometimes it's almost... I almost make it hard on myself. Which is probably a self-destructive tendency, which probably isn't healthy, but there's a passage in a play called Hassan, which kind of sums up what I want from this journey and how I want it to feel, and perhaps I'll find it and share it. Go as a pilgrim and seek out danger, far from the comfort and well-lit avenues of life. Pit your soul against the unknown and seek stimulation in the company of the brave. Experience cold and hunger, heat and thirst, and survive to see another challenge and another dawn. Only then will you be at peace with yourself, and able to know and say, I look down on the further side of the mountain, and, fulfilled and understanding all, am truly content that I lived a full life and one of my own choice. Which I think is, I suppose it's not how I just want to do this journey, but life as a whole, I think. I suppose that's why I seek out all these different tests, and especially physical challenges, because I think that's something that I'd like to think I'm relatively okay at. I think of that passage, and I also think of the poem, The Man in the Arena, which I've taped a copy of that into the inside cover of my journal, and I'll read it from time to time just to remind me of what I'm trying to do and why I'm doing this. But I think having seen Dad and having a few days off, I think has helped massively. And I suppose talking it out with someone has given me a bit of a resurgence and re-energized. I probably don't look it or sound like it, but yeah, I feel ready to tackle the next hurdle. Yeah, I'm ready to go to Turkey. I can't wait. I think it'll be fantastic. Yeah, I know I'm getting closer to home. It's tough to wake up every day and every morning and say, come on, let's do this. I can do this. It's hard. But I know if I stop now and if I just pack up and go home, I know that I'll think about what could have been. Because I am proud of what I've done so far. And cycling from China to here is, I think it's a pretty good achievement in itself. But if I resume the journey in Turkey and keep going, it'll just be special.